Welcome back to the deep dive. Okay, today's mission takes us into the world of market forces versus, well, molecular structure.
Hmm.
We're diving into a stack of sources about a cleaning product that just, like, exploded online. Mop Soap by R&W Co.
Ah, yes, the $37 floor cleaner. The one that really took over cleaning TikTok. It's economically a bit baffling, isn't it?
Totally.
So our job today is to figure out if that price tag, it's like, what, 9 times the standard cost per ounce?
Right.
Is it actually justified by some, amazing cleaning science?
Or is it just brilliant marketing? Like peak aesthetic branding winning out?
Exactly.
Okay, so let's try and unpack this. $37 for floor cleaner. That's more than a decent lunch out you'd expect, like
Yeah.
some super complex secret formula.
You really would. But what's kind of fascinating here is how transparent the chemistry actually is. They list it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're using real effective ingredients, definitely. But chemically, pretty straightforward stuff. Well, the formula is about 5% water, okay? Then you've got diluted acetic acid. That's the main thing in, regular white vinegar.
Okay, vinegar.
And sodium lauryl sulfate, SLS, which is just a really common, very effective surfactant. Good for foaming, cutting through grease and dirt.
So it works. The chemistry is sound, but it's not exactly groundbreaking complex stuff.
Not really, no. Simple but effective.
Wait, you mentioned it's highly concentrated, though. Does that maybe justify some of the cost if you use less?
That's definitely part of their angle. It helps position it against cheaper brands that are mostly water, right? They claim you only need 2 capfuls per bucket.
Okay.
And look, the science is solid for cleaning. Acetic acid cleans, it deodorizes naturally, SLS tackles the dirt, it works.
Right.
But if the science is, basic, the real value driver has got to be somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly. If the chemistry isn't the star, then the genius must be purely in the pitch. Let's pivot to the marketing then, the fragrance side of things.
Ah, yes. That's where the big money seems to be. This company isn't really selling a chemical breakthrough. They're selling olfactory luxury.
Olfactory luxury, I like that.
They're building this whole aspirational story around mopping the floor. And they've absolutely nailed what one reviewer called weapons-grade marketing poetry for the scents.
Oh, totally. I saw those descriptions. They sound like high-end perfumes or candles, not floor cleaner.
Mhm.
Like Brazilian waves, pistachio, salted caramel, vanilla for your floor.
Exactly. Or royalty jasmine, lavender, patchouli, woody, musky notes. It's intense.
Wow.
And if you look at the user reviews, that experience is key. People consistently rave about how strong the scent is, how long it lasts.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They say the house smelled like a boutique hotel for days. That's the effect they want, and apparently that's what they get.
So the consumer is basically paying a huge premium for that smell, that feeling.
It's an aesthetic premium, a sensory reward. That's the main product, really.
Okay, so let's boil this down for you listening. What does this all mean? The cleaner works. Yes. The science is there. Vinegar, surfactant, it cleans.
Absolutely. It does what it promises on the cleaning front.
But you could get pretty much the same cleaning result with what? White vinegar, a squirt of dish soap, maybe some essential oils if you want a scent, for maybe $3 total.
Pretty much, yeah. That's the practical reality.
So are we even talking about floor cleaner anymore? Or is this about buying into, like, scent status for your home?
That's the trade-off, isn't it? Practicality versus experience. The DIY route is cheap and effective, but the market's showing huge demand for this curated, luxurious feeling.
You're buying the feeling of a clean, expensive-smelling home.
And that feeling, that psychological boost, apparently justifies that $37 price for a lot of people.
So the final summary here. Mop soap works, no question. But its massive success is really a masterclass in how viral aesthetics and really strong sensory branding that smell can justify a price that seems, well, almost detached from the basic function.
It's all about that perceived hedonic value.
Right.
And that leaves us with a final provocative thought for you to mull over. When you think about your own home routines, your cleaning supplies, how much value do you personally put on just the practical function?
Versus the feeling, the aesthetics, the whole experience a product gives you.
Yeah, something to think about next time you're restocking those cleaning supplies.